Hey, it's Poochie. Welcome to the latest in the Road to 100K video series. Now, in this series, we're taking one eBay selling account from zero to $100,000 in sales. That's the goals. Now, as we do that, we'll also show you sales on Poshmark, on Mercari, on Depop, on other platforms, and on our website. Fingers crossed. So we'll also show you what sold, how much we paid, and what we ended up putting in our pocket at the end of the day. So let's get into it. This week was slow. It was not a great week. Let's get into goals. First of all, that's where I like to start every week. Improve inventory quality. Yes, we have definitely been doing that. We've been going out to the thrifts more that are, not just the quarter day stuff, not just not just the 50 cent day or the bins. We've been going to the full price thrift stores, which here are like mainly Goodwill. Right, Bets?
Yeah.
Mainly Goodwill's. So you pay for shirts or jeans, you pay about $4.50 with tax. So we've been going to those stores a lot and getting a lot of really good stuff. I will tell you that just about 15 minutes ago, I let Betsy accept the offer. We got an offer on that Burberry shirt, so that'll be on next week's sale report. I got it. It was the very last thing on the very last rack at quarter day, and it was a quarter item. I cannot believe that somebody didn't pick it up for full price or discounted price or even more discounted price, and it went to quarter day. I don't know what happened, but I snagged it up on quarter day for 25 cents plus tax, and it sold today for $140 plus shipping. So, booyah! That was awesome. So that'll be on next week's sales report. But other than that, we got some great stuff on quarter day last week. So that was only 6 days ago. But we've been going to the regular higher price thrifts to upgrade our inventory lately. Blow out old inventory, yes. Poochie's Pickers on eBay. Go search for Poochie's Pickers on eBay. We have stuff as low as $1.99, $2.99. It is crazy. Aggressively market with sales, etc. Yes, we are definitely doing that. I want to get rid of that old stuff. Check for overpricing and correct as necessary. Yeah, some of our stuff, some things, the price changes just from season to season. Some things we had a little bit high, I feel like, on the asking price. So especially like we discount things on eBay, but on Poshmark, it's a pain in the butt to discount stuff. So Poshmark just kind of, I've been really working on correcting and lowering the prices on Poshmark. And then the goal that's been a goal for a long time, I've been kind of going back and forth with it, is start a second account for women's only. So women's clothes only. So we will do a series, I think, of fun videos where we're starting this account from absolutely zero feedback, zero anything. And we'll see if we can start it with how much should we start with, Betsy? How much should we start with? Should we do it for free? Should we do it with absolutely no money? Like we sell something that we have at home, like everybody would have at home, like a coffee cup, a South Dakota coffee cup.
Because you said it's women's clothes.
Oh, that's true. That's going to be hard. Well, no. But we could, our seed money could be something else. We wouldn't necessarily sell the coffee cup. We would sell something on another one of our eBay accounts to make the money. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Betsy's she's focused. She's focused, man. She's like, stop talking to me. So let's look and see how we did, and then we'll get into particular items that sold. Some of the stuff that sold this week is fun, so we'll get into that in just a minute. Some of it sold really, really fast, so I'll tell you what to look out for. eBay down. eBay was down. We have an eBay down 24%. Now last week we had a big week, but this week substantially down. So that's not really surprising. We were up last week, so we made 1,400, sold 50 items only, which it seemed like more, but only 50 items. A couple of days were really slow, which let me show you. This is what I like about eBay sales report. You can really get in here and look. Monday was $162. Tuesday was $190. Wednesday was that's Friday was $187, and then Saturday was dismal, $137. So just some really horrible days on eBay. Not sure why. Maybe it's that spring and summer. It could be anything, really. So $1,405. The average sales price wasn't horrible at $28.12. There you see shipping. The selling fees, the promotion fees were almost as much as the selling fees, which means that almost everything that sold was from a promoted listing. Cost of goods, $109. We spent up on some of it. That's like $2 and something a piece, $2.10 a piece or something. Our net profit is $17.60. Poshmark, we were down about half. Sold $153. Like I said, I've been lowering a lot of the prices on Poshmark because I feel like things are overpriced. The selling fees on Poshmark were high. That means that we sold some low dollar amount things, which you get charged more. I mean, the percentage is greater if you sell lower. Anyway, cost of goods, $17, $104 we made. Etsy, we finally flippin' sold one thing. I think I'm done with Etsy because the amount of time and effort and cost to put things on Etsy and the amount of money. And this is, I'm having a 40% off sale now on like 400 items, 500 items in our store, and we're still not getting anything. So I'm pretty much done with Etsy, I think. Depop, slow week, two items sold, net profit $24.14. The thing about Depop that I hate is that they can make offers. Okay, someone makes an offer, you accept an offer, right? And then they cannot order it. What? So they can make an offer, you take the time to accept the offer, and they don't pay for it, so it's not an official order. It's weird. Again, nothing on Grailed, as usual. Sold two things off the website, which is awesome. We do free shipping on the website, poochiespack.com. You can go to poochiespickers.com, poochiespack.com, realpoochie.com, and all those will take you to the website. Selling fees, $2, and I think payment processing fee. The cost of goods was literally $2, so we ended up making $26.45. We made more on our own website than on Depop and Etsy. Yes. So total 62 items sold, $1,661. That is down substantially, $600 from last week. The profits were down about $350 from last week. So last week, $1,239. This week, $892. Bad. $1,405 times 52. Yeah, we're only at this amount if we do this every week, which we won't, thank God, puts us at $73,000 for the year. So that is further away from the 100K. So we're going to keep restocking new inventory and improve the inventory quality. At this point, I think that's what it's all about. We've got a backlog, an inventory reserve, which some people call that a death pile, but for us it's not a death pile because we have VAs that are listing our items, and we have people photographing items as well. So we like to list a certain amount a day. If we can't go out and source and get 200 minimum items a week, 210 items minimum a week that we want, then we have the inventory reserve that we can go into, pull items out of, and it's just kind of like making sure we always have inventory, not a death pile at all. It's all good items that we can easily photograph and easily sell, but I like to have that reserve. Kind of like some people like to have a draft bank. And what that is if you're on eBay and you have you're doing drafts, you want to list things every single day on eBay. Every single day you want to be listing items on eBay because it will help in the algorithm. It will help with sales. It will help you make more money on eBay. So if you can't do it for a couple days, you have items in your draft bank. So you have a bank of items in drafts that you can just, I'm going to list these 5 today. I'm going to list these 5 today. I'm taking the weekend off. I'm going to the beach, whatever. You can still do it. So it's very important to have a draft bank and, for us, an inventory reserve. And by the way, watch for videos because we're going to do the second account. I'm going to figure something out. We're going to do something fun with it to build it up and start getting sales. Okay, let's get into what sold. Ralph Lauren 4XB. So that's basically a 4XL shirt, right? These are the ones you want to look for with Ralph Lauren stuff, is the bigger sizes. Those are the ones that sell for more money. This one sold for $31.58. Next, Patagonia. We do not do that well with Patagonia as a general rule. This one I think we got actually at the bins. I'm not positive, but sold for $25.72. Just a plain Patagonia hoodie. Now, if you've watched the channel, you know that I took Andrew and we kind of did the thing where, can anyone do this? We did a video. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. It is, can anyone make money, go into Goodwill to find stuff to resell? He got his stuff. I got this. Mine sold before his, unfortunately, but it sold for $22.79. I paid $4.50 for it. We are in North Carolina and Duke. We do very well on the stuff that we find on those schools. Obey shirt. This is just a really cool, it glows in the dark. Glows in the dark. Very cool design, as you can see. The back has nothing, but it sold for $20.18, and I paid a couple bucks for it. FootJoy jacket, probably paid $4.50, maybe $5.50 for this. It is size extra large. Maybe sold it a little bit cheap, but I was happy to make the profit on it. $26.59 is what it sold for. FootJoy, I think the larger sizes do better on. The larger sizes do better on a lot of the brands, but that is one that Ralph Lauren, FootJoy, you want to look for the larger sizes, I feel like. This is just a plain Ralph Lauren classic fit medium, sold for $20, probably paid $4.50 for it, a quick sale. God, I love this. I love this so much. It sold for $30. I took an offer because I was like, man, somebody loves cow shirts as much as I do. I love cow shirts. This is just a New Holstein, Wisconsin. Look at that cute little cow repping the state of Wisconsin and cheese. $30 it sold for, and a single stitch, and I got it probably for, okay, let's see the single stitch. You see that? Okay, you see that right there? Right? Oh, can you even see it? Oh my God, I'm zooming in so close. Zoom out, zoom out. This right here is a stitch. It's a single stitch, and that happens on a lot of old t-shirts. It's something that people look for is single stitch, so it's a keyword you definitely want to use, and it's a best fruit of the loom tag. So people like to collect certain tags or certain brands of shirts. When you see this tag, it means usually that it's going to be a 90s t-shirt. There's also Screen Stars that looks the same. Columbia, a lot of people say Columbia doesn't sell. It does sell. You just have to price it right. So this one sold for $16.28. I mean, probably we got it for a quarter. This one too, just a Omniwick fishing shirt. You can see here, Omniwick Advanced Evaporation. It's a nice pattern. You can see right there. Sold for $17.14. And again, Columbia still sells. You just have to price it right. You have to buy it right. Buying right is the key. You have to buy things at the right prices. Even if you're going to sell them fast, it's going to take a while to sell. You have to buy things at the right prices. And as you can see right here, Cost of goods, $134. Okay, so our cost of goods is less than 10% of our gross sales. You have to buy at the right prices. So again, Peter Millar, Summer Comfort, Gingham check. It is a $33.99. It had a really nice design. That is why I got it. That was a good sale. Ralph Lauren, these were $0.25 because I literally do not buy Ralph Lauren pants anymore unless I'm buying them for $0.25 or 50 cents. And usually I get them for $0.25. Is that crazy? I just don't buy them. Like, even if I find them at $4.50, I'm like, nah, because I find so many of them at $0.25. Maybe I should buy them for $4.50. I probably should. But these sold for $26.59, and literally they cost me $0.25. Life is Good is a brand that we've heard about, and it is a chick brand, as I like to call it. Betsy is the head of the chick brand department here. It doesn't sell for very much, though. It doesn't seem like. It sells consistently. This one has a pretty cute little design with the daisy, and it sold for $21.24. So again, be careful what you're paying for things. This, we're in North Carolina, so found this. I don't know where we found this. I think probably the bins, or I don't even know. But we sold it for $49.99. This is awesome. This shirt is awesome. This, I checked the brand. I ran the comps. I didn't care because the message is so cool. Assholes live forever. Good die young. Assholes live forever. I mean, it's perfect. It sold for 20. I think we had a coupon on this one, so I think it sold for 22 plus shipping. Adidas shirt, we didn't pay hardly anything for this one. I guarantee it. Even with that, you see that this is rubbed off right here, right? Still sold for, I think it sold for $23. But it's cool because it's got that marbled look. So unusual things sell. This one is either $0.25 or 50 cent item. There's no way I would pay more for it. I can't even tell. I can't even tell what the MSRP is. I can't even tell. But it's new with tag. It sold for, I think, $19, $18 maybe. And I was totally fine with that. This did not take long to sell. I did a video of this recently, and very recently, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to pick this up. I'm going to research it, investigate it, because it didn't have a blatant Nike tag, but I think someone would just like to own it. Well, someone did just like to own it because they bought it real quick. I paid $4.50. It sold for $34.99. This LL Bean, this is like a 50 cent, $0.25 or 50 cent item, probably, maybe at the bins for, 75 cents, but sold for $18.99. LL Bean is a great brand on some things. So is Eddie Bauer on some things, but you have to know what to buy at. You can't buy high. I hope that makes sense. When I say buy low, sell high, the reason for that is this. This is the reason for that. Okay, $134, right? And $16.61. You see here, $22.77 in gross sales and $193 in buy costs. You have to make sure your buy costs are right. So when I say buy low, sell high, it's because if you're buying Eddie Bauer or LL Bean at $6.99 and it's selling for $18.99, that's not good. You have to make sure, unless you're selling it immediately, but even then, you have to make sure that you are buying at the right price. That's the most important part of reselling, I think, is buying at the right price. You have to source at the right prices. This is really cool. Betsy picked this up. This is an apron. This is a vintage apron. It is Sanrio, which is the Hello Kitty company. Betsy, who's the bunny? Do you know who the bunny is?
I don't know.
Okay, so it's Hello Kitty's little bunny friend, it looks like. But this was so cool. It sold for $24.99 and got it at the bins. And maybe at the bins it was $1 tops. This one I paid like $2 for. I bought this on Whatnot. Nobody knew what it was. I thought it was older than it was. But apparently it's not, but it sure looks older. So it might be original. I just, I couldn't tell, and there's a lot of copies out, so I just listed it as a copy because I couldn't tell if it was, really an older one or not. This is Kate Bush. She is 80s, 90s musician. Google Kate Bush running up that hill, and you'll see who she is, but nobody else knew who she was, but I thought it was an awesome t-shirt. I paid like $2, and it sold for $24.99. Stio. This is a brand to watch for. Had a lot of action on this. If I sold it for $30, I was fine with that because I paid $4.50 for it, and I sold it probably within a week of listing it. This is what the tag looks like. This was a nice Western short sleeve with the mother of pearl, the pearl snaps. Just a nice shirt, sold very, very quickly, so watch out for that brand. Had a lot of watchers on it. Devil Dog jeans, these sold really, really quick too. These things that are selling, like the Stio, I hope that's how you pronounce it, and the Devil Dog jeans is a direct result of us doing this, improve inventory quality. So if we hadn't been working on improving inventory quality, our sales could have been even less this week. Ouch. These sold for, I think, $30. I didn't take a much lower offer, but they sold really, really quick. And again, I paid $4.50 for them. These two, Lucky Brand, they are a bigger size, a little bit bigger. And some people say, some resellers, especially YouTube resellers, will say, oh, you want to get between this size and this size, and that's it. Those are the ones that sell. But we have a lot of luck with selling the larger sizes if it's a good brand. So these are 44 by 30, sold them for $24.99, and even charged a little bit extra shipping because they're a larger size jeans. So yeah, we like to buy the larger sizes. Even this is a little tiny bit larger. Allen Flusser, these are quarter pants, and they sold for $23.74. California Cowboy, had a lot of interest in this too. I marked it 20% off and it sold. The cool thing about this is it's like Hawaiian tropical shirt, right? But it's fleece lined. So you see that? So it's warmer. So you can wear it like in the winter months when it's, you don't usually wear tropical Hawaiian style camp shirts. You can wear it in the winter. So that sold pretty quick. We had a lot of interest on it, and it sold for full price. Local Girls, this is probably a bins item. This is what the tag looks like. Now, this is a Hawaiian dress. We've actually had this a while. It's kind of surprising, but Hawaiian style will be this pattern. Okay, so you see this pattern. This is a dead giveaway that it's like from Hawaii. Also, Local Girls, Hawaiians call themselves locals. So it's just a cool, authentic Hawaiian dress from Hawaii. Or from people who have lived in Hawaii, who know. The kilt. This is just a kid's, right? The kid, I think, was wearing it for graduation or for something. But, yeah, it sold for full price of $18.04. We got it at the bins. Probably cost a quarter or 50 cents because it was very small. Beast Mode. Picked this up on Whatnot for $3 or $4, and it sold for $25. That's Marshawn Lynch's brand from who was on the Seattle Seahawks. Beast Mode stuff is pretty popular. Gloria Vanderbilt jeans. I have no idea why we had these. None. I have no idea why we had these. Sold them like that. Like sold them within a day. I think I had a 20% off sale. I was like, oh God, I want to get rid of these. Because it's not a brand that we get. And sold it with a $5 off coupon, I think. So it was sold for $10.19, which I was very thankful for, and we made money on shipping. So we actually made like $10 on these, which is crazy to me. You will not see Poochie Spickers on eBay ever getting Gloria Vanderbilt stuff usually. This is an awesome, I paid I think $5 for this. 6-time NBA Finals champions Chicago Bulls shirt. There you see the patch. Really cool, I don't want to say script, it's spell out is what it's called, but it's a really cool, just a really cool jersey. Sold for $39.99, and again paid $5 for it. This one, you can see it on one of my recent videos where I picked this up at a Goodwill. It sold for $40, and it had $8.99. You see here it says $8.99, but it wasn't $8.99. I think they only charged me $5.50 for it. So sold for $40, paid $5.50. Watch out for these Abercrombie and Fitch denim jackets, because this sold very quickly. Carhartts, the only things I look for on Carhartts usually now, unless it's one of the really the jackets, the chore coats, are overalls are okay, but jeans and pants. These sold for $15.19. We've had them a long time. $38.30. I'm very surprised at how cheap Carhartt sells for. I mean, Carhartt, like t-shirts we don't even buy anymore because they just are ridiculously cheap. They don't sell. Vintage Tommy Bahama pants. These are silk dress pants, sold for $24.99. I think we probably paid, I don't know. I'm thinking those are quarter or 50 cents, but they may have been $4.50. I'm not sure. I think they were $4.50 actually. American Eagle shorts. These are from the bins. This is not something we usually pick up, but from the bins, yeah. Sold for I think $15 plus shipping. We always make a few dollars on shipping, we always make at least $1 on shipping to help pay for the labor, the expenses, etc. So, Vintage Bermuda Yacht Club kayak rowing shirt. This is a single stitch, 2XL. Sold it for $20. Paid maybe $2 maximum, but just a cool shirt with the crossed oars there. I liked it. Anthropologie Maeve. That's how I pronounce it, at least. This dress sold pretty quick, $40, and that would have been something we paid probably $5.50 for. I think dresses are $5. This one I was very happy with. This is when I went thrifting without Betsy and went to the women's section all by my lonesome. Now, if you are going thrifting and reselling, if you only know one type of thing, like only men's clothes, which I know a lot of sellers only do men. In fact, we did a reseller reaction video to someone recently talking about what YouTube resellers aren't telling you, and he said that he only does men's clothes because the women's clothes is blah blah blah, but then he said he's not making enough. So if you take the time and you learn a little bit about women's brands, I'm actually in tech and sports group, so there's a lot of information there. I watch the Kaylee Elaine channel. It's very important to educate yourself. So I knew that this one, it's got the Great Britain, it's got the flag, the number, the big pony. So I knew it was a good item. I picked it up for $4.50 and ended up selling, I think, for $40. There actually was no problem with it. I was going to say the only problem with it was, no, there was no problem with size extra large. So that was a really good find. And it didn't sell as quickly as I thought it would, but I did price it, a little bit high because it's freaking cool. But educate yourself, like I was saying, because education it's made me a better seller, a better reseller. It's made me a much better business person. So it's important that if you go into the thrift, you're able to come out with as much money as you can, or if you go to the flea market, or if you go to garage sales, you want to be able to capitalize and make as much money on the things that are there as possible. So don't just limit yourself to one thing. Having said that, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Hopefully it'll be better.